Today, I'm going to be telling you the process of being a first-time home buyer. I bought a house. If you're currently looking for a home, just know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. God works in mysterious ways, and I just want to share my story with you and the process of everything. It has been such a crazy ride to the point where I'm like, am I really living in the Matrix? I literally yelled at my player up there. I said, freaking give me a good house. And then all of a sudden I got a good house. So I got a great house. Today actually marks the first day of going under contract. I want to document this process because I am so proud of myself being a content creator and being able to buy what I call a coin house by myself from money that I make from social media. So I know that's kind of tacky. My mom has always said it's tacky to talk about money online, but I personally would like to hear like more details about other people because there's room for all of us here. I just want to say go live on TikTok. Don't care what anybody thinks about yourself, blah, blah, blah. I could talk for hours. That's why I'm making this video. I'm from a family of 6 kids. I'm the second oldest that has yet to move out. I told my parents, I said, well, I don't want to spend money on rent when I could just save up and buy a house. I meant what I said and I bought a house. Oh my God. I'm in California. My whole family just bought houses in Texas. I was the last one to find a house. My sister just moved to Texas in early August. And then my parents weren't gonna buy a house for like 2 more years. They ended up helping her move. And my mom called me up when they were out there and she was like, hey, we bought a house. We have to be out in 30 days. I was like, what? I told you not to buy a house before me. But let's get to the process of buying a home. This is so crazy. One of my sisters has actually gone to Texas and she was like, oh, my friend is a realtor. And that's how I got connected with mine. And she is amazing. She's been so patient with me and especially my pickiness. In January of this year, I flew to Texas for the first time. And here I am moving somewhere where my whole family wants to live. And since I do social media, I can live anywhere. I went there and let me tell you, like when I got to Texas, I hated it. I started crying. I was like, it's so ugly. And then my friend Erin was like, Tori, everything's gray right now because you're in California. You've never experienced a real winter. And I was like, oh, okay. So then, we were just looking at homes. I really liked this one house, but I wasn't ready to buy at the time. And then someone had put an offer on it that day. So there's that. That was the pink house. I was really sad about that. I watched it go from under contract to pending and all that. And I was really sad. Months go by, January, February, March, April, May. I think May-ish. I actually flew out to Texas again because then I called this one the Castle House. It looked like a medieval castle. And I was like, ooh, this is so pretty. I want to walk through it. And I flew to Texas and I walked through it. And right when you open up the door, the stairs are right there, like within like that far apart. I'm like, who makes a house? Like the stairs are right here. And I was like, who makes a house like that? But whatever, to each their own. My realtor looked at me. She said, I always like to look at my clients' faces the minute they open up the door and your face just kind of went, oh, like you didn't seem excited about it. And I was like, well, she's not wrong. Honestly, I think I had a chance at getting that home because they had other offers, but they waited for me to see maybe what I would come in with. So I did have a chance to get that home, but I just didn't want it. July, my realtor sent me a house and was like, I really think you'll like this one. And she pointed it out. And I was like, oh my God, that house is gorgeous. She walked through it. I loved it. I was the only offer on a house because the upstairs needed all new carpeting. The thing is, cosmetic things don't really scare me as much because we all want to make something our own at the end of the day. So I already go into it like everything's going to be painted pink, so it don't matter. If I love the layout and everything and it has good bones, then I'm like, okay, great. It was a $375,000 house. I offered $335 knowing that they were going to counter because my budget's $350. Then they countered me $345, but then they wanted me to paint their title. But I was like, I need to put carpet in this place. Like, I won't pay your title, but I could do $345. And then last minute, they took someone else's offer. Great. There goes my house. I was so sad. This is when I was in Seattle at the time and I was on a trip, a very beautiful, fun trip, and I was unable to enjoy it maybe as much as I possibly could have because I was currently sad. When you lose a house or you don't get chosen, to me, it feels like a breakup. August rolls around and then there's another house. I call it the Sky Meadow house. It had, again, great bones, but it needed like everything new. But it was only $300,000. So I was like, oh my God, I always told myself I'm I'm going to score on a home. I'm going to score on a home. I was like, what if this was it? Like a $300,000 house for 2,500 square feet. That's just crazy to me. And 5 bedrooms when I've been looking for a 4-bedroom and 2-bathroom at least. And this was a 5-bedroom, 3-bathroom. We put in offers. They took somebody else's offer. And I was so sad, but they took my offer as a backup offer. A week ago, their option period ended, and I saw like on Zillow, it went from under contract to pending. And I was like, great. Like my chances just got like close to none for getting this house. And I was really sad. I woke up to it and it ruined my whole day. Let me tell you what happened now. This is still crazy to me. Like God really does work in mysterious ways. And I just want to tell you out there, if you're currently trying to find a house and you feel hopeless, and or even if you're still living at your parents' house and one day you want to buy a house, I'm telling you, there's light at the end of the tunnel. You just have to really put your energy and your heart towards it and manifest it. I believe in manifestation. Let me tell you what happened. I always said, I'm going to score on a house. This is what I want. I want exposed staircase. I want vaulted ceilings. I want wood and tile downstairs, carpet upstairs. Okay. I want a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom. I want a dining area. I want a big kitchen. I want an open layout. But I learned when I went to the castle house, I was like, oh, this is too open for me. I actually want a wall that divides the kitchen and the living room, but I want the wall to have a bar area or something where you can see through it into the living room. I've had a small bathroom. I was like, I want a huge master bathroom. I literally refreshed, and in that millisecond, I got a new listing. Oh my God, the exterior is gorgeous. Like it is the most beautiful exterior I've ever seen. And I was like, $350, that's max my budget, but it's my budget. It's doable. That's my max. That's all I have to spend. In the thing, it said price to sell. I opened the photos and I was like, oh my God. It had exposed staircase, vaulted ceilings, tile and wood flooring on the bottom, carpet upstairs. It has 4 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. I'm telling you right now, the master bathroom is probably as big as this room. Like, it is huge. 2 vanities. Growing up, I always had this dream of my mom and I sitting at like a wrought iron. My mom calls it an ice cream table. And I was passing my living room and then I go out the door to meet her in the backyard to have tea. And we're sitting on this wrought iron table and there's trees everywhere. I kept having this reoccurring dream. In my dream, it felt like this is my house. I looked at the backyard. There's a wrought iron table with trees everywhere. Oh my God, what if this is it? In that millisecond, I texted her, I said, oh my God, that house is gorgeous. So by the time I had clicked it, they had just uploaded their photos. And I said, I will give him asking price. Like that is all I have. That's my budget. I want to buy your home. So the realtor called my realtor the next day. She goes, she wants to put an offer on it right now. I kept striking out and no one was accepting my offer. And I'm like, dude, please, I don't want someone else to come in and like our offers will be the same, but like they'll just go with them. And I'm like, this is literally perfect. I got a text that night from my realtor. She just said she talked to him and everything's good to go and they'll send over signed papers tomorrow. I always said I'm going to score on a house, but the whole time I thought the score was a $300,000 house that needed $30,000 of work into it. And the real score was a well-priced house for me that gave me everything I wanted to where all it needs is like a paint job, because I got to paint it pink. I feel like God was just like, here you go. And then the Sky Meadow house didn't work out, all for this moment. It is beautiful. You guys have probably seen it on social media. I don't want to post it here. So if you want to check it out on my Instagram at Tori V Official or TikTok at Tori V Official, I always show it on live there. I know this YouTube video isn't really edited, but I just wanted to let you all know the journey that I've been through and currently going through. Today is our first day under contract. I'm still in shock that I landed this house and it is a beautiful coin house. For me to be as young as I am buying my own house by myself, and on top of that, this house is just gorgeous, like crazy gorgeous. It's been a journey. So if you're currently looking for a home or even looking to move out of your parents' house, if you're able to live with your parents, I highly suggest live with them, swallow your pride, save your money so you can own something instead of renting it. And I know renting, some people look at it like you're paying someone a place to live, like that's not wasting your money. but if you had to choose, I'm sure you would rather own something. So I want to encourage all of you guys out there, keep your head up high, and there is light at the end of the tunnel. God works in mysterious ways, and just know everything that happens is supposed to happen. Everything always works out, and manifest your life. I want to give a little message to myself. I want to tell myself hi in the future, a year from now. Hi, Tori. It's been a year since the first day of going under contract of your first home, and I want to know if you've painted the walls pink yet. I want to know if you have your Victorian furniture. I want to know if you have your Victorian shabby chic white table. I want to know if you've painted your cabinets white. I want to know if some family is living with you, which I hope they are. I want to know if Hazel has a friend. I don't think you're ready for Hazel to have a friend just yet. Maybe you wait another year, but if you already got Hazel a friend, her name is probably Pretty or Gretchen. I'm gonna go with Gretchen. I want to know if any friends from TikTok have visited you, and if so, which ones. Currently, you have 670,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm very curious to see what you've done with the house and how you utilized it to make your YouTube channel grow. I hope you are still the humble, grateful person that you are, and don't let the pink house get to your head, because remember how you got there from everybody else online that believed in you and supported you. And today marks day one of being under contract of the most beautiful house I could have ever asked for. And I not only want to thank you guys and TikTok Live, I want to thank my parents for letting me live here for basically nothing so I can save up for a house. I want to thank God. I want to thank myself for swallowing my pride and getting made fun of for still being with their parents. Tori V, you are about to own your first home that is more than you ever expected, and you deserve it. Follow me everywhere. My socials are below. I only got one last thing to say. Tori V, holla at me. Bye bye, bears. Mwah.